Hi, thanks for joining me again, Judge Desire for Knowledge, on Traffic Violations Part 2. Coming back to you with criminal, quasi criminal, meaning sort of criminal areas in traffic that you can be arrested for. Now, these are my prescriptions and I'm out in the sun. So basically, being that this is Memorial Weekend, I figured I'd come out with you to let you know about a few things in the traffic violations with the DMV. Now, for one, there are points related violations, and those with points can actually have your license not only suspended but revoked. Suspension means it's a temporary relief of not being able to drive. I'll get back to that later. And revoke means you cannot drive, period. Either one could get you arrested if it's in violation. So, being this weekend, the police are out there for this Memorial Weekend, as every holiday they are. Their job is to make sure we're safe and also to meet their quotas. So, basically, as they're meeting their quotas and providing us the safety, there are violations that we have points, and those points can actually be a bad thing on your record for employment and for your DMV abstract. So, which anyone can actually attain by paying for it. Um, well, you got to know the person's date of birth, everything, and then you can attain an abstract. Your employers can do it before they hire you, so that's really important to have a clean record. They go through everything, background checks, whatever it is, and people don't take traffic serious enough to realize that it could affect the kind of career, not just a job, because everybody doesn't want to do a job, a career, a lifelong term career can be gone in an instant just because of one little violation. So we're going to start with speeding. Speeding violations start with the mile per hour, 1 through 10 mile per hour. You're getting 3 points. If you go over the mile per hour between 11 and 20 miles per hour over the speed limit, you're getting 4 points. If you go over 21 to 30 miles per hour, the speed limit, you're going to get 6 points, which is crucial. So, like I stated in the last video, 11 points, I believe, is when you're going to find a suspension or some kind of restriction put on your license. You can work it out with the DMV, but you will be paying assessment fees. I tell you that. Also, cell phone violations are 5 points. So you utilize a phone, electronic, especially cell phones. I believe, yeah, cell phones or any electronic device is 5 points. Texting is 5 points. All right. A red light, passing a red light is 3 points. Okay. Failure to signal has points as well, but it's necessary to do so for, that drivers know your intentions when you're moving to another lane. So failure to do so also has points. I believe it's 3 points as well. So then we get to improper use of cell phone and electronics, like I stated, is 5 points. We also go to the no point violations, which is good because tints, you can still get a ticket for tints, but those have no points. No seatbelt has no points. Tickets for 16 years or older. Unregistered, unlicensed, and uninspected vehicles, um, full for parking violations as well, and faculty, equipment that doesn't work. No points are due to that, but you can get a ticket for it. So I just wanted to say that out of state, as a some states will issue points on your license from their state, reciprocity it's called, and then you have some states that they don't. Pennsylvania is a state that will not allow New York, from what I know, to attach the points from a violation outside of their state. So you have to realize, out of state stuff, you need to look into whichever state you're traveling to see if you get a ticket, what those points will do, if any, and what to expect, because that's where the plea of guilty and not guilty comes in. And you're going to need to either not waste time if it has no points and just plead guilty if you don't have proof, or don't plead guilty because it's going to be a problem on your license in the future, whether it's out of state or not. So this is information you need to see when and if you do get a ticket outside of the state you live in. I only know New York State, but I also know about Pennsylvania State not being, uh, not that the, sorry, that the points does not affect that state unless you have accumulated it in that state yourself. So if you're driving outside of any state, Pennsylvania won't attach that points to your Pennsylvania license. However, New York is a different. Um, I'm not sure what states because I don't live in the 50 states, 51 states. All I know is that if you do drive out of state, drive carefully, try not to get a ticket. And if you do, make sure that you're smart enough to ask those questions. Does these attain points? Will there be points on my license? If I plead guilty, will it affect me? But don't just listen to the officer. Call the court surrounding there, because they can tell you, yeah, don't worry about it. Just go plead guilty. You'll be fine. You got to research. Do your own research, because sometimes I've seen that happen, where people come into the court and say, oh, well, they didn't tell me that. They told me to plead guilty. Come on, you should know to go look up your own and do your own research. It's not, it's your license. It's not theirs. Why would they care? I mean, some people do, but then you got those that don't. Why not do your own research? It's just like I said, when you're signing anything, you're signing off whatever in your name. Read what you're signing. I mean, take that 5 seconds to sign, but that moment that you sign the wrong thing, it only takes a minute to read it. And if it takes more than that, it's going to be crucial for you to know, you know what, this is worth me reading. I'm going to take the time to do so, and they're going to have to wait till I finish reading it. And this is with any and everything. We have a lot of court cases that people don't read what they're writing, what they're signing, and then they have a problem later. They have to do an appeal. That costs money. I mean, what's the sense of spending all this money when all you had to do was read or ask a question and find out for yourself if that applies to you? Read if it applies to you, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I'll see what else I had here for you. Yeah, suspension means your driving privileges will be taken away for a period of time. This is where they also get you with, okay, so you're going to pay us now because you didn't follow the rules. You allowed your license to get suspended based on either points or not paying your tickets, not showing up for court, whatever the case may be. And so now you're going to pay. Okay. The suspension order is then sent along with the suspension that says how long it will last. This would be that you had no liability of insurance, or you know, or you didn't follow the rules, or anything in that aspect, or you were actually convicted of alcohol or drug and driving charges. That's how you get your license suspended. To get them revoked, an indefinite suspension order tells you what you must do to remove the suspension. Okay, so whew. Okay, not one of them is not answering a traffic ticket. Like I said, I'm confirming what I said. Non-payment of a driver's assessment fee, which is the accumulation of the points you got from your violation. So that driver's assessment fee, if it's not paid, you also can get suspended on it. Failure to pay child support, which is a big one out here. They'll suspend you regardless. No way are you going to get away from that one. So pay your child support or don't drive. Failure to actually failure to report an accident, and unpaid New York State tax debts are also suspendable. And the last but not least, like I said before, no liability insurance. If you don't have that and an officer pulls you over, then you can be suspended on that as well. All right, that's what I believe you needed to know for this term. And as well, we spoke about all the other things in part two. If there's other inquiries that you want to discuss, leave something down below on my site. Post what you feel we should talk about, because the next one I believe will be, I think I'm going to do family court, where we talk about child support and other issues pertaining to family and domestic violence and orders and order protections and things like that. Also, I'm going to interview a special someone and let them know what they went through in the family court system as well, the truth. Okay, and I'm also gonna do monthly stuff in different areas, but weekly I'm gonna try to, I'm working a lot, but I'm gonna try to do a weekly show, hopefully live, and it's going to be called My Truth, and it's real talk. So you join me back here, Judge Desire for Knowledge, for another session real soon on family court issues. Most likely the interview will come before that or during that, but it'll come together. We're thankful and grateful to have this day with you, and wish you much love, blessings, and stay safe out there this weekend. Don't drink and drive, please. Not only can you be arrested, you can hurt others, yourself. So just stay safe. All right. Hope this. If I find anything else in traffic that I didn't add, I will add it as an add-on or a short. So have a beautiful one. Stay safe now. Ciao. Hi, this is Judge Desire for Knowledge, a podcast show informing the public audience and those who desire to seek knowledge of informative legal information within the justice system, hence the title of my podcast, as well as other topics of interest. First, I am not an attorney, nor do I pretend to be one. This podcast will be used on social media and is to familiarize you with court filings and court procedures that I have knowledge of by working in the court system along with my educational background. My service pertains to the judicial legal process and procedures that are taken when an individual does not follow the law or rules. My scope will only apply to New York State laws. This podcast service is to provide information to my audience and also provide informative resources on how to take the next proper steps. Join me, Judge Desire for Knowledge, the influencer, at your service. Ciao for now.